Have you ever secured something to the bed of your pickup truck or tied something down and then driven halfway down the road and you look in your rearview mirror and then what do you see? You see that thing that you just tied down, you just secured all on the side of the road or flapping wildly around in the bed of your pickup truck? Well, I have. And I'm going to show you 3 knots to prevent that from happening. It's going to save you time, hassle, and hopefully prevent an accident from happening. Now, you don't need to be a sailor, you don't need to be a scout to learn how to do these knots. Everybody can do it. You can use it to move furniture, tie a tent down, or even prevent cordage or electrical cords from looking like spaghetti. It's very simple, very easy. Me, myself, I'm not a scout, I'm not an expert, but these knots that I'm going to teach you have saved me a lot of time and heartache and headache. So, I'm going to teach you the 3 knots, which are going to be the square knot, it's going to be the bowline knot, and the clove hitch knot. The square knot's good for binding, bowline's good for loops, and the clove hitch is good for anchoring. Now, I'm going to teach you what not to do. So, first we're going to begin with the square knot. You're going to want to take your left side, cross it over your right side, like so, and then you're going to want to go underneath, just like that. And then you're going to want to take your right length of cordage or rope, cross it over your left, and then take this, go underneath, just like that. And then you're going to take your corners, just like that, and pull tight. And then right there, you have your square knot. Now, if I showed it a little too fast for you, or if you're not really just getting the hang of it, you can go look at or Boy Scouts of America handbook, and they'll have all the information about that. And that manual recommends that a square knot be used for binding, so bandages, or if you have a bunch of firewood and you have nothing to carry it in, you can take rope or cordage, wrap it around, tie that knot, and it's easy to carry around. It's a very useful and important knot to know. You can use this for pretty much most applications or anything you can really think of. It's a really good knot to know. So next knot we're going to be talking about is going to be the bowline knot. So what you want to first do is you want to get your piece of rope or cordage, and then you want to put a loop in it, just like that. So I don't know if you can see it very well. We want to put a loop like that, and then you want to take your tail in, you want to go through the loop, and then after that, once you go through the loop, you'll take this piece right here, go around the longer end, and then what you want to do is you want to take it through the holes, all the way through, just like that, and then pull tight. And then once you do that, pull tight, right there, you have your bowline knot. Now this knot is great for camping, boating, and rescue situations. The Red Cross First Aid Manual actually recommends the bowline knot for rescue missions and in case of emergency. The bowline knot is a great knot to know, and it's pretty simple. It's easy to untie, it's fast to tie, and yeah, really great knot to know. Next knot we're going to be going over is the clove hitch knot. Here's an example of a clove hitch knot. I already did that for you, but I'll show you how to do it. So a clove hitch knot is used for anchoring things down. So for example, if you need to anchor your boat to a dock, you can use this knot. You need to tie something down to the back of your pickup truck, you can use the clove hitch knot to anchor to the side of your pickup. So what you want to do is you want to go like that, start out like that, and then you want to take this length right here, cross over the top, go underneath, and then take this tail right here. What you want to do is you want to go underneath like that, and then you're going to want to take both sides, pull, dress the knot up, make it look pretty, and that is your clove hitch knot. I recommend looking at the Boy Scouts of America handbook once again. You can go on YouTube and there's channels called Animated Knot or What Knot. Really good channels to look if you didn't really get it, or if you want to look at more knots, that's a great place to go. So to recap, we learned how to tie a square knot, a bowline knot, and a clove hitch knot. I hope all these knots will be super useful to you. They've been useful to me. So now, I hope you're a little bit more comfortable. You don't have to be some sort of crazy knot expert to use these knots. They're simple to use. You can use them in hundreds of applications. You can use them for things like moving furniture, setting up a tent, or securing the load of a pickup. All very useful. So I hope now that you have a little bit more interest in knots and how they might be applied in whatever scenario you have going on. So, in conclusion, I hope you know what not to do now.